Rise and shine, superstars. It's your favorite light coach, MB, and today is a great day to be alive. Why? Because you are still here. So stop what you're doing, drop a comment below, and shout at the top of your lungs. Come through if you are thankful that God woke you up this morning, because gratitude is the absolute best way to start your day. And if for some reason you don't know if you're thankful to still be alive, then just know that you are here for a reason. There's a purpose for your life. So don't make a permanent decision based off of a temporary situation. I know that it feels like whatever you're going through is not going to end, but I promise you it's only a season. And seasons are meant to go through them. So you will make it. So I want you today to find at least one reason. Just reflect on your life and find at least one reason why you should be thankful that you're still here. All right, guys, y'all ready? Y'all ready for another great day? I hope so. Because ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. I'm gonna find you. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm being silly. I'm being silly. God didn't put great singer in the DNA of my seed. That's not it. But I do enjoy to sing and crack myself up as I do so. Anyways, this week, let's focus. This week, we are talking about the P.O.O.R mindset. P.O.O.R. Yesterday's P.O.O.R was pain, opposition, oppression, and regret. Goodness gracious. Those are some heavy words. Heavy words. I told y'all on Sunday, I said we're going to get real, we're going to get raw, and we're going to get right with ourselves. And if you're not ready to get real with yourself, you're going to have to put this week on repeat. I told you. So we got to do it today. P.O.O.R stands for prioritizing others' opinions religiously. Take a deep breath. Just let that sink in for a little bit. Let it marinate. And raise your hand if you can look back on your life and ever remember a time where someone else's opinion about a decision that you were going to make, you were thinking about making, or you already made, really impacted you. Like you were concerned with what they thought about you, what they were going to say about you, what they did say about you. Just raise your hand. Like we've all been there. And if you're not raising your hand, then you're not ready to get real. So you might as well make the mental note. Say, okay, put this week on repeat. Because we got to get real with ourselves. If we're going to grow and get to that great, excellent life that we want to get, we have to abandon this poor mindset. So today we're talking about prioritizing others' opinions religiously. Now, I don't know where it started, who came up with the idea, and who was in the room to even second this idea that what other people think and say about how we live our lives should even matter. I don't get it. Like for some reason we have this natural attraction to concerning ourselves with what other people think about who we are, what we look like, and the decisions we're making. Public service announcement. Other people's opinions of you are none of your business. Okay? So it doesn't matter what they think is going on, because they don't know. Like they step up to you and volunteer to tell you about yourself like you're not living your own life every day. They haven't spent 1 second in your shoes to see what's happening and what you're seeing and what you're experiencing and what you're feeling. But then they want to come to you and tell you, oh, you shouldn't do this, or that was wrong, or whatever. Like you just don't know, like you're not here. You know, like you've been asleep for 12 years and all of a sudden you woke up like, wait a minute, where am I? Did I do this? How did I get here? You didn't even ask. You didn't even ask for them to come tell you what they thought. They just voluntarily said, by the way, what you did last week, that just wasn't right. Or why are you going to do that? That just doesn't make any sense. And so we have this, I don't know if we did it to ourselves, if we adopted it from our environment, but we have this thing where we value what they're saying. And it could be because they're family, they're friends, they're close to us. But we can't put so much pressure or weight on their words and their opinions for our lives when they don't know what's going on. They don't know. Like they think they know, but they don't know. They have no idea. They don't know that you woke up this morning to a voicemail saying your mom died. They don't know that you just got a report from the doctor saying you have cancer. They don't know that you were raped when you were 12 by the family friend, Uncle Charles. They don't know. They have no idea. They don't know that you just got fired from your job. They don't know that you're behind on your bills because your spouse is out there blowing money, gambling and drinking and smoking. They have no idea what's going on. They don't know that you put your other parent in a nursing home because you don't have the time to be at home all day to take care of them. They don't know that your mom just got Alzheimer's and now you're going to have to deal with everything that comes with that. They have no idea what's going on in your life, but yet they have promoted themselves to manager of your life. You know, and 9 times out of 10, they aren't managing their own lives correctly. So we can't have so much weight or concern ourselves with what other people are going to think or what we think they're going to think or what we think they're going to say. And a lot of times we put a lot of anxiety and stress on ourselves basing off what we think other people are going to think. We don't even know if that's what they might not even be interested in what we got going on. But the ones who are will definitely let you know. And so it's up to you. It's your responsibility to say, okay, I didn't ask for that. And it's none of my business. I mean, if that's what you think, if that's how you feel about the decisions I'm making on my life, then that's cool for you. But it's not my business. Like if you're living your life right now, you can say, okay, I'm doing the best that I can. I'm actively trying to get better and become greater and become a better person. And I think that the decisions I'm making are the best that I can make for me and my family. If you're there, then guess what? Other people's opinions don't matter. It's none of your business because you're doing what you think you need to be doing. But because they see what's happening on stage, they don't know what's going on behind the curtain. Like we wake up every morning and all of us, we put on makeup. Now, the makeup can either reflect exactly how we're feeling on the inside, or it can be a mask to hide how we're feeling. Like however we present ourselves to the world every day, people want to say that your appearance, you're thinking too much of your appearance. What we present ourselves to every day is how they perceive us. And so based off our appearance, they're making a judgment call to determine, okay, are you happy? Are you sad? Are you angry? Are you upset? Are you taking care of yourself? Is everything okay at home? Do you need help? Okay, you look like you got it all together. But that doesn't mean that just because what they see is the truth. Like a lot of times we're walking around in misery, pain, hurt because what we have going on at home behind closed doors is wearing us out. But we put on the mask, the makeup, that we're smiling and we present ourselves in a way that we're okay. Like they say, dress to impress, dress for the job you want, not the job you have. But who are we impressing? Are we doing it to impress ourselves? Are we doing it to impress others? Are we dressing because of what we think other people are going to think? Or are we doing it because we're trying to uplift ourselves? And regardless of what's going on, we want to be okay. We want to give ourselves positive energy. But they don't know. They don't know the truth that's going on inside. They don't know the pain that's happening. And so because of the way you present yourself or don't present yourself, they're making a judgment call. And that judgment call has somehow gave them permission in their mind to tell you what they think about the decisions that you're making for your life. And it's none of your business. Like we have to stop prioritizing what other people think. We have to stop allowing it to have so much weight on our decision. Because you're in a place now where you're trying to get better. You're trying to overcome all of the past hurt and trauma. You don't want it anymore. You don't want to be defined by that. You don't want to sit in that anymore. You know there's something better out there for you and you're striving to get it. But because they don't see the vision and they don't understand, they can't comprehend why you're doing what you're doing. It doesn't make sense to them. You'll make a decision and someone will say, that doesn't make sense. No, it makes sense. It just doesn't make sense to you because you don't know what I'm living. You don't know where I'm going. Like it tickles me that people can grow up in a bad neighborhood with other people and then somebody in that same neighborhood says, this is not what I want for my future. I see better, I deserve better, I am better, and I'm going to be better. So they go out and they live their life making better decisions so that they can have a better life for themselves and their family. But then they come across the people that they grew up with and the people are like, oh, you changed. And they say it like it's a bad thing. Oh, you changed. Yes. Why, thank you. I did change. because I don't want, like, this isn't what God has for me. Like, people are so focused on the lack and the abundance of the lack that they're missing the abundance in the river that we talked about yesterday, the life. Like, we're missing out on going towards what it is we're supposed to have because we're so focused on where we came from and what we have and what our folks had and what they didn't have that we think that that's for us. But you know, deep down inside, that's not it. There's something beyond that gate. There's something beyond that wall. And when you allow other people to interject into your life and you start navigating based off of, oh, you shouldn't do that. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I mean, what you said, I kind of get where you're coming from, but I don't think you should have said it. Like, these same people that have so much input over how you live your life, like, they wouldn't walk up to a car manufacturer and be like, hey, by the way, I mean, I know I don't know anything about cars. I get it. But I don't think you should be using that machine to make the engine. Isn't there a better one out there? Or the tread of the tires, if you would just do a different design, it might grip the road better in the rain. They don't do that, but they're up in your business. They're up in your life, telling you how you should navigate yours and neglecting to be attentive to what they need to be navigating in our own. Public service announcement. Other people's opinions of you are none of your business. Y'all, we gotta take a step back. We gotta be like, look, okay, I understand that some of y'all have good interest, like intention behind what you're saying, but I have to do what I believe is best for myself right now. And what's best for me is not to entertain what you think I should be doing. Like, if these people who are giving you all of this advice, all of this guidance and direction, if they haven't been where you've been, or better yet, if they haven't overcome where you guys have been, and they haven't successfully mastered the art of going to where you're trying to go, then they're none of your business. The thoughts, the words, the looks, absolutely none of your business. But here's a truth pill. A lot of times we're in the situation where we have all of these opinions from people coming to us because at one point in our life, we gave them the green light to express themselves so that we could navigate through our life. Whether it was a close friend or a family member or somebody like that, we gave them the green light. And so they still have this air about themselves like, okay, I still can help you. But you're not there mentally anymore. Like, you've graduated from that and you're like, there's greatness inside of me. I know it. I got to figure out how to get to it. So I got to do this. But they're still thinking they can tell you what you want to hear, or what they think you want to hear, or what they think you should hear. And so we have to take responsibility for that role and start setting healthy boundaries. I'm not saying cut people off completely and be rude or mean or anything. You can still wish them well with love, but you have to set healthy boundaries. Like, somebody will send you a text message or leave a voicemail or send you something in Messenger, and you read it, and as soon as you read it, like, your insides just, like, you feel it, and you're just like, you got to take some deep breaths, like they've disrupted your peace. And you want to go off, but you know that you're trying, like, you numb your whole you trying to get to that, elevate to that great place. You're trying to elevate to great. And spending your energy here is not going to help you do that. Like, it's happened to me. I had someone, y'all, listen, I had someone send me a text message, and the text message said, I know you don't want to hear from me right now. Frankly, I don't care. And then she proceeded to tell me her opinion about a decision that I'm making for my life when she has no idea what's going on. So she doesn't care that I don't care to want to hear from her, but she cares enough to tell me what she thinks and thinks I'm going to accept it. So I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. My initial response was to be like, first of all, and then lay all the facts out so you can understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. But then I'm like, you know what? God is working on me. He's working on me. So I took a deep breath. I said, God, help me now. Help me, because I was in a good place. You know, it was a good day, and you trying to come with this foolishness. And I found a Bible verse, y'all. I was cracking up, and my whole energy shifted when I found this Bible verse. Proverbs 18:2. Please look it up. The first word in the verse is fools. Fools do not care about understanding. All they care about is airing their opinions. Now I'm paraphrasing. You know, I didn't get all the words exactly word for word, but that's what it says. Look it up. Tell me I'm lying in the comments if I'm lying in the comments. So here she come. You don't know what's going on. All you know is what you may have heard from somebody else. You have no idea what's going on with me right now and why I finally came to the decision that I came to. But frankly, you don't care if I care to hear from you. You're going to put your opinion on me anyway. So what I did was I deleted the message and I didn't respond, because I can't give my energy to something that is not going to help me get to where I'm trying to go. And the problem with a lot of us is we'll see the message and we may have elevated to the place where, okay, you can have self-control and not respond, but we don't delete the message. And then we do this. Y'all, you know you're guilty. I'm going to talk about myself. I ain't even going to talk about you. So if it's you, then just say, okay, that's me. But I'm going to talk about myself. You will go back to the message because you've been meditating all day. You had enough self-restraint not to respond, but you still been meditating. That's that poor mindset. You've been meditating on that all day. And then you find yourself like, hold up, I know she did. And you go back to the message and you reread it again. After you've been trying to stabilize your peace, you go back and reread it again, and you get yourself all riled up all over again. I know she didn't. She sure did say that. Or you'll send it to somebody. Look what so-and-so said. I can't believe he spoke to me that way. And then y'all having this whole conversation about something that is not benefiting you and helping you elevate to grade. You got to let it go, because see, we're holding on to the pain. When you don't delete that message and you leave it there, you leave it there for a reason. And the reason, whether you want to admit it or not, is to intentionally, at some point, go back and read it again. And we're holding on to this pain. It's like what we talked about yesterday. And what's happening is causing us mental and emotional distress and suffering, because we keep going back to the trauma. Trauma and pain from the past is not something that happened 2 weeks ago, 4 years ago, 10 years ago. It's whatever happened to you that's not happening now. So they could have messaged you at 2 o'clock. That's the past if it's 5 o'clock and you're still going back to look at it. So what you have to do, the first thing you have to do is not respond. Okay? If your mind is on, I'm trying to get better about myself. I don't want to do anything that's not going to help me pursue the greatness that I'm seeking. Don't respond to negativity. Number 2, delete it. Because there's no reason for it to be sitting back there waiting on you, because you know subconsciously it's still there. Get rid of it. You've read it. You felt the hurt. You don't walk up to a fire pit that has fire in it, stick your hand in there, say, ouch, and then look at your hand and be like, dang, that hurt. I wonder if it's going to feel the same way if I stick it back in there again. You don't do that. So don't keep subjecting yourself to pain and hurt that you have control over. A voicemail, delete it. A text message, delete it. A DM, a messenger, delete it. And then if you need to, block the sender. You don't got to be mean. You don't got to tell them you blocking them, nothing. Just block them. Because you have to create standards for yourself. You have to create safe boundaries for yourself. So they can be on the other end of that phone calling and texting and messaging all their little opinions. They can opinionate themselves out. And you don't have to worry about receiving it, because you've set up your barrier. Because you then you came to the realization that your peace and the greatness that you're pursuing is far more important than you expending your energy on something that is not going to help you elevate to that. It's like people want to come and they want to sprinkle all over your grass of life. And you didn't even ask them for that. Like, no, I don't want your fertilizer, because whatever you got growing over there, I don't want it growing over here. You got to remember, where your energy goes, where your attention goes, your energy flows. And wherever your energy is flowing, that's what you're going to grow. So if you keep going back to that negative conversation or that negative voicemail or that negative email or whatever, any negative thought, and reliving it and replaying it, all you're doing is sticking your hand back in the fire. And you're just growing negativity when you say that you're trying to elevate to great. And you can't do that. You can't do that if you keep focusing on what other people think, because guess what? It doesn't matter. It's none of your business. So today you need to be walking around. If it's somebody that you don't need to be listening to, it's none of my business. That's the first thing you need to tell yourself in the head. It's none of my business. If somebody sent a message and you haven't opened it, but you know that the communication between you two hasn't been positive, don't even read it. Just delete it, because it's none of my business. And then block them so you don't have to have that temptation to go back into the fire again. It's none of your business. You got to tell these folks, and because you gave them the green light at one point, see, people treat us the way we allow them to treat us. Some people don't believe that. But it is the truth, because you can have one person who will sit there and let you curse them out and talk to them like a dog, and they'll just take it or they'll walk away. Then you have another person that as soon as you open your mouth, they're handing you a 2-piece and a biscuit. And you like, okay, well, I can't say that to them no more. Now, I ain't telling you to walk out handing out biscuits and 2 pieces all day, but I am saying you have to create barriers. You have to tell these folks back up. Y'all remember that episode of Fresh Prince when Ashley was being bullied by this bigger girl? And so she went to Will for advice, like, I don't know what to do. And Will was like, you got to act like you crazy. People don't mess with people who crazy. Will said, look, next time she come at you, just be like, back up, back up. Then you turn around and tell them, mind your business, like you talking to somebody, but ain't nobody there. So Ashley was in the room, back up, mind your business. That's all, just mind your business. You got to tell these folks to back up and mind your business, because your opinion ain't none of mine. If you want to get to the excellent life, to the abundant life, to the great life that you know you're capable of obtaining, you gotta put those barriers up. You got to create healthy distance between you and the negativity. And it's not just coming from people, guys. It's in the news. It's on the radio. It's in your emails. Like all of this stuff, you got to focus. You can't give your attention to these things. If you're listening to the radio, and the radio usually don't have, or the news don't really have anything that's going to help you get better anyways. But if you're listening to it and the news come on, and the first thing you hear is another such and such got killed, turn it off. That's all they showing on the news. Turn it off. Negativity. Because now you're gonna take all that in, and then you're gonna be thinking about it, and then your emotions and your energy and your physical state is gonna follow what you're thinking about. And now you've gone from being happy and excited about taking on this day, happy and excited about saying it's a great day to be alive, it's a great day to be great, to, oh my goodness, they killed another one. I can't believe they blew up such and such. And this is stuff that you can't even control. So why are you giving your energy to stuff you can't control? Then when it comes time to making it to you doing what you need to do for yourself, you worn out. You're like, okay, well, I'm going to get to it tomorrow. No. Block the negativity. Set up the barriers. Don't allow society and other people to tell you how you should be thinking and navigating through your day and the decisions you should be making that are best for you. Because everybody don't know. They can be an expert, but they don't know. Because they're not walking the same path. They're not on the same journey. They don't have the same goals. Good intentions or not, public service announcement, it's none of your business. So I just want y'all to think about that today, this week. Anytime somebody tries to come at you and say, I can't believe you did such and such, I just want you to reflect back to Proverbs 18:2. And the first thing I'd be like, fool, it ain't none of my business. I'm just kidding. You don't got to tell people that, because you got to share it with love. But the Bible said, fools, this is what fools do. You know, they don't care about understanding what you're going through or why you're making the decisions that you're making. They just want to let you know and air out their opinions. And the Bible call them a fool. So say, I'm no fool, because it's none of my business, and go on about your day. So just think about, reflect today or this week. Who is it in my life? Who am I listening to? Who is it in my life that I'm allowing their opinion or what I think they're going to think or what I think they're going to say about the decisions that I made, am making, or about to make, have already made? Who am I allowing to dictate what I do next and where I go? Because if they're not where you're trying to get, 99% of what they have to say isn't going to get you there. It's not going to help you. And the other 1%, I don't know what it's going to do. I just didn't want to say 100% because I haven't done the statistics. I ain't done the research. You got to focus on things, focus your energy towards things that are going to help you elevate to greatness. But you guys know it. If you don't remember anything that I just said, always remember this. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be great. And it's a great day to find the greatness in you. Public service announcement. It ain't none of my business. Now go out there and live the greatest day of your life.